All right, welcome to the Virtue Bowling Supply YouTube channel. My name is Chris, and I'm here to bring the high rev perspective.
And my name is Josh, and I will be bringing the low rev perspective.
All right, today we're gonna be taking a look at the brand new Ebonite TurboX, and I'm gonna be comparing it to the Brunswick Crown Victory and the Motive Max Throw Hybrid.
And I'll be comparing it to the Hammer Hammerhead and the Storm Ion Pro. These reviews will give us and you an idea of what these pieces look like going down the lane. At the end, we will give our honest, unbiased review anywhere from nuts to trash. Today we'll be throwing shots on a fresh house shot here at Bolero Via Linda. And with that being said, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you out on the lanes.
I just wrapped up throwing the brand new TurboX, and for me, this one is like a really nice, versatile, weak piece that I can kind of trust when there's maybe not as much oil on the lane, and I still need to play a little bit further to the left. Off my hand, I feel like this one was clean enough to get through the front part of the lane if there's kind of a little bit less oil on the lane, but also really versatile with hand positions. I feel like I kind of got it forward a couple of times and it still wanted to see the shape. I think I flat 10'd a couple of times, but when I got around it, it really wanted to be super continuous, which I really like to see out of a ball. So now I'm gonna go ahead and compare that to the Max Throw Hybrid. I just wrapped up throwing the Max Throw Hybrid, and to me these have pretty similar shapes. I feel like the Max Throw Hybrid might be a little bit more chuggy off the end of the pattern, but just as weak, kind of being able to shape the ball if you need to, but also be a little bit more forward through the pins. So now I'm going to go ahead and compare it to the Brunswick Crown Victory. I just wrapped up throwing the Brunswick Crown Victory, and to me this also has a very similar shape to the TurboX and the Max Throw Hybrid. I feel like out of box it's just as smooth off the end of the pattern, but I feel like as I kind of throw it a couple more games and got a little bit of lane shine on it, I wanted to get down the lane just a little bit more and be a hair more angular. But for me, I feel like it's definitely maybe just a little bit of a step down from the TurboX. All right, final thoughts on the TurboX. To me, I feel like this is going to be a versatile piece that I can kind of fit in my bag towards the bottom of my bag if I don't want something that's too clean, but I want a weaker type of shape. This one I feel like is good from straight and kind of when I need to get it in a little bit. So for me, I think I'm gonna have to give this one a fire. I think this one's gonna fit really good in my bag.
Just wrapped up throwing 10 shots with the TurboX. This ball for me felt like it was a cleaner piece through the fronts, but still gave me a somewhat smooth and controllable shape down lane. I felt like as I moved just a hair further left and got a little steeper and softer, the ball looked a lot better. I felt like I had to get it to friction, and playing straighter just didn't blend it great. But like I said, once I made the couple board move left with my feet and kept that angle a little bit more open, the ball looked amazing. I felt like I could miss in and it would get off spot. And I also felt like I could miss right and it was clean enough to get through it but still continue through the pins and not waste energy too early. Now we're gonna go ahead and throw 5 shots with the Hammer Hammerhead and see how it compares. Just wrapped up throwing the Hammer Hammerhead. This ball was definitely a step up of a ball. I felt like it hooked about 2 to 3 feet sooner than the TurboX, is way more rounded as well. I definitely have to keep it more in front of me in the oil, so that way it can retain and actually get off the pattern. If I got it to friction early, it hooked way too soon and either went through the face or light 2-pin because it never got off spot. So now we're gonna go ahead and throw 5 shots with the Ion Pro and see how it compares. This Ion Pro, just wrapped up throwing shots with it. This ball was also on the smoother side. I felt like it was somewhat similar to the Hammerhead, but was more forward compared to both balls that I threw. I felt like it was more forward off friction, which again had to force me further right, and I felt like it had to be softer. If I got quick, like with the TurboX, I knew it was come off the spot. With the Ion Pro though, I knew it was going to be lazy. So definitely being cautious about ball speed was crucial for this one. Final thoughts on the TurboX. Felt like this ball for me gave me a shape that I really like to see, almost like a slightly cleaner GB5-esque, and with some shine that wasn't dull out of box. It's pretty shiny. But for what we're bowling on right now, I'm gonna have to rate it a fire. This ball almost crossed the nuts category for me, but I felt like I needed to strike just a little bit more with it. But I did strike a ton with it. I felt like no matter what my ball speed was, I felt like the ball still wanted to read the lane the right way, and I really like that just because I know I can mess up and the ball still does the right thing. So it's gonna be a fire for today.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video useful, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.